Okay, so I was going to take Q on a trail ride today, just hop on bareback and go for a little ride. Got on, just kind of went for it down the driveway, and she was good. She wasn't being naughty, but she wasn't paying attention. She had Moon and Freya in the back pasture, kind of back behind the camera right there, running, kind of calling a little bit. So she was a little, obviously, distracted. I could have just kind of pushed her through it and ridden her down the road, and we probably would have been fine, and might have had a little dancing and stuff, but instead of doing that, I decided it was better to get off and work on connection from the ground. So one of the big things that I've always believed in, and Lindsey kind of reiterated in a different way for me, which was great to hear at the makeover, was about this kind of calm, confident connection with your horse, right? And I think that's a lot of where issues tend to stem, which is why I do so much groundwork first, try and build the relationship from the ground before I get on, so that I know that I have their attention, that we're connected, that we're a calm kind of partnership before I'm trying to do any work. So I thought, get off. I'm going to just kind of work on some shaping exercises that Lindsey had kind of shown me, which are, some things where I'm kind of using this spot when I touch her there. She should wrap around me, right? She comes in. She's looking for a treat at this point. But the idea is that, and I'm not ready, but the idea is if I touch her here, and I kind of put a little pressure, good. She comes in. I am going to treat her for this one. She's going to take it or not. Because we've been working on that I want that to be as soft and light as possible. But the idea of shaping is that everything that's out there is an easy distraction for her. I should be the exciting thing, right? So she should, when I'm in here in the middle, her attention, good girl, her attention should be on me. It shouldn't be on everything that's out there. I don't want to create a cookie monster, obviously, but I'm going to just drop this again. We're going to just let her go back, try and lose her attention. But the idea is that everything in here should be exciting. So let's say you have a horse that you're leading in from the pasture and they tend to kick out at other horses as you're walking past them, or they try and kind of pull you around. Or when you're riding, so I'm going to ask for attention again. Good girl. I got her. She just tipped her head in. All I did was touch her at that point, kind of between the shoulder and the neck over here. Put a little bit of pressure, and she knows to look in for it. So now I become a little more exciting. Yeah, I have a treat. I'm a little more exciting than everything that's out there. She's more paying attention to me than everything around her. Yes, I've used treats, but you don't have to create a cookie monster if it's it's not them begging for it. It's on me giving it to her when I want to. But the big piece of that is, let's say you have a horse that you're riding in the arena. I had a question about this recently, that is kicking out at horses that go past you, and like they're pinning their ears. Well, that horse is most likely, in my opinion, focused on the things around it. The exterior things are not listening to you. They also aren't necessarily seeing you as a confident leader. Maybe you haven't had them that long, and they haven't really built the connection. But the idea is that horse is thinking, I need to protect us from everything out here because I don't know if you're going to. I don't know if you're going to take me where I need to go. Versus the horse that's looking inward to you, right? And looking and saying, hey, what are you doing, Kyle? Like, now she wanted to go for grass. I was less exciting than grass. So here we go again. We're going to start backing a little bit, apparently. But I'm going to push on that spot until she wraps around. Good girl. And then once she wraps around, I'm a little bit late on this one. We'll get a little Cheerio here. She tends to like Cheerios. So, and she can also get just a pet on the shoulder. That hand on the shoulder can kind of be the same kind of concept. But again, you should do this from every side, right? So I should come around to this side too. Oh my goodness. Jumpy. So we're going to come around to this side, and I might lose her attention. There's different things on that side now. Now I'm not protecting her there. So I touch her at the shoulder here. I have to put a little more pressure in. See how I'm not gaining anything. Everything out there is more, she's learned when she's on that side. So I'm going to push a little more. I'm going to ask for this bend, and I'm asking her to shape around me. So I'm kind of putting a lot more pressure in there, and she's not going to get a release of that until she looks in here. I'm going to try different spots. But she's got the chickens over there. She's focused on everything out there, not on me. So I'm going to try and keep this here. See how there's gunshots going off over there. Everything out there is much more exciting. So this is when it comes into patience time. So I have to keep this hand here. And I'm just kind of asking, like, hey, hello, I'm over here. Please give me attention. I would like some attention. I'm not pulling her head around. This is all just... And you can see the ears are focused to the outside. So now if I'm riding this horse and this is the horse I'm riding, what do you think I'm going to have happen? I ask her to do something and she's not paying attention to me. She's tight, she's leaning into me, versus the horse that's paying attention and wrapped around. So I'm going to do this again with the other hand because my left arm's a little tired. And we're waiting for that head to come around. Now I could walk with this, right? So if I walk away, I might try and do this. The other option is I might actually start to move backwards. So I'm going to take the lead rope, and I'm going to start to circle backward to pull her in, and I'm going to just hope that she starts to follow. So now I'm not pulling on the line. I'm just walking a circle back, which is bringing her back around and saying, hey, what's this guy doing over here? Now I stop here. I'm going to ask again. And we haven't worked from this side as much. So we're going to just keep asking for this until she softens in. And we could be here for a while. This is okay. But I need her to say, hey, Kyle's more exciting than what's out there. Kyle's actually more fun. No, we're not going to. I'm going to put the wall on the ground. Right, there's a wall there, basically. That line is acting as a wall. She can't go down. Not getting anything here. So we're going to go try back, walk around again. So if you see how she kind of turns in, but she still has an eye turned to the outside. She had a little bit of a relaxation there. That's good. I'll take that. Nope, no wall. Okay, now we're going to try this again. At the shoulder here. Try and find the perfect spot, too, where it just kind of gets her attention and says, hey, I'm over here. But see how that, watch the two different sides. So, this also tells me that maybe when I was staying on that side, she wasn't really wrapping around me. She wasn't shaping around me. She was shaping to see what was over there, and I happened to be in the way of it. So this is why it's important to do both sides, right? I may have gotten a false positive on that side because she may not really have been paying attention to me. She may have been paying attention to what was out there and not me. See how everything is all the stuff that's out there. I'm not getting any attention over here. And I'm like, hi, hello, hello, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here. As soon as she softens, not that way. Good girl. Okay, so she softened a little bit. Okay. I just released the pressure a little bit there and rubbed her on the shoulder instead. But again, I'm just asking here. Asking, different spots. Good girl. So now she looked in, she got a treat. So you saw how she softened there a little bit around. Now I should start to be able to teach that I can touch really lightly. Good girl. Okay? Now she knows there's something more exciting over here than out there. So when she goes to go out there again, what am I going to do? I'm going to ask her for here. And we got it. She gets a rub. And I'll give her another treat. Now, if you have a horse that's really mouthy and pushy, you know, you're going to want to be careful about how much you do that. In my opinion, I know Lindsey does this down to a science, but now we'll see, like, she's looking in here. I don't care that she's sniffing around and looking for the treats because at the end of the day, I equal treats. I'm the exciting part here. So now she's gone from hard focus out there to the point that this shoulder was so stiff, I couldn't get any softness in it. So now she's actually softened in. The other thing that I like that Lindsey pointed out about treats is it gets them to loosen their jaw, right? They're chewing on that, they're licking, they're loosening their jaw. So she's in here now looking for this. And she's obviously going straight for the treat bag, right? She knows what's in there, but I don't care. It taught her that I'm the one with the treats. I'm the one on this side. We don't have to do treats every time. Now we lost her again. So let's just see what happens. Good girl. So now she looked away. She came back in when I light pressure. And you saw how much pressure I was having to give her initially. Now I'm much more exciting. Oh, we're going to go back to this again. I'm going to pick this up. I don't want her, there we go. That I will help her a little bit because I don't want to. Good girl. Nope. Good girl. Okay, now next time, there she is. I'm not going to go treats as much. I think I'm going to just give her a little pet the next time. You're losing your Cheerios. So I'm going to keep a hand here. When I lose her attention, which right now she's not shaped around me. She's outside. I'm going to put that finger in. Good girl. I'm going to rub the shoulder. So no treats this time. I'm going to just rub the shoulder. I'll rub her head too. She likes to have that. I know her enough to know where she likes to be touched. She likes the pole of her head touched. She's going to get that as a reward. Nope, we're going down. So guess what? I am going to add a wall. No grass. I'm going to put, there we go. Nope. I'm going to add the wall. Now we're cheating. Thank you. Nope. I need the head attention. Thank you. Go with her a little bit. Right now I'm putting pressure in there. I'm not getting anything except for backing off until she wraps around me. That's the goal. Good girl. There it is. Try this again. Oh, she heard those. She heard it. No. Now you're just cheating. Now you're cheating. Now you're cheating. Okay. Gonna do this again. Oh, nope, nope. We're getting rewards for looking away. Nope. There it is. That's better. Okay. So obviously, here's where to go. It's not perfect. I've got a lot of work to do on timing and things, and Lindsey's been doing this forever, but I like the concept of that idea of getting them to shape around me. But more importantly than anything is whatever your method is, right? Other than beating them into submission to get their attention, or just kind of working them so hard that they have to pay attention, the idea of having your horse's attention, having that calm, kind of confident connection with them before you try and work is so important, right? I should know that when I stand here that I am the most important and exciting thing for that horse rather than everything around them, because if I get on them when they're in that state of already looking around for everything, I'm not going to get anything out of them. I have to, we're going to take your scoop boots off. Kitty cat, what's going on over there? I have to know that I have that connection before I get on. If I don't, I'm either going to have to establish it under saddle, or I'm going to have to get off like I did today and establish that connection and get a little more connected that way. So hopefully that helps. Something really simple to do is just getting your horse the idea of, without pulling their head, like, yeah, I can get her to do this by pulling her head around me and wrapping it and holding her. You're like, no, you must hold here. I will hug you forever. You must be mine. That's not going to get me the same as teaching her. I know now I just went backward a few steps. As teaching her that me touching her equals look into me, right? So there, all I did was put a hand on her shoulder. She's looking at me. If I come to the other side, we should have the same similar concept. I should be able to touch. Hey, hey, cheater. Of course we have grass, that doesn't help. But if I touch here, there, good girl. She looks in. It's a lot different than when we looked at it a couple minutes ago when she was just fixated on the outside. So I hope that helps. We're going to keep working on this. I'm going to do this with Moon and Freya as well, just to kind of remind them about this and keep that connection. So calm, confident, and connected with your horse.